¿Eres inocente?
Yes, it'll come out.
That's a former Holy Cross High School coach. He says he's not guilty of recording people with a hidden camera. What police say they found on GMSA.
The traffic is a nightmare. This has been a problem area for us for about the last 5 or 6 years.
Heartbreak and frustration after a man was hit and killed crossing the street. This morning, we got the change that neighbors want to happen as soon as.
For the first time ever, you can apply to any public college in Texas, all for free for 1 week. Coming up on KSAT, we're going to be talking about some of the other free resources that are here in town. That's coming up
on GMSA.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Oh, already a lot to get to here this hour.
Jam-packed.
Off we go.
Off we go. I know you've been kind of like back and forth busy on the road.
Yeah, so some things clearing out. We'll check in with Alex also, and some overnight construction still in place this morning.
Okay. Meteorologist Justin Horn. Sprinkle.
A little bit. Finally, we got to get the dust off of the radar for a little bit yesterday because we finally got to use it. Some spotty showers yesterday. Didn't get a whole lot here around San Antonio, and in fact, the airport did not officially record any rain, but some folks did get a couple downpours yesterday. It was beautiful. We'll see a few more today, and then rain chances come to an end. If you're heading out the door right now, it's 75 degrees. Still pretty humid out there. 69 in Boulevardy, 66 Bernie, 65 in Comfort. And today is just, again, a repeat. We've been kind of stuck in this pattern for feels like a month or so now. Now, there is a 10% chance of rain today, but notice those rain chances are lower than yesterday. So I really think that the impacts will be minimal here around San Antonio. 86 noontime, we'll be up around 92 for a high, which is exactly where we were yesterday. Sunrise this morning, 7:31. Sunset, 7:11. Total day hours of sunlight, 11 hours, 39 minutes. We're looking ahead to your weekend coming up here in just a couple of minutes. You're going to love this forecast, truly. We got some drier air and cooler mornings on the way. RJ, what are you seeing on the roads?
All right, thank you very much for that, Justin. Let's give you a look here at some of your inbound traffic times. Right now, the slowest time we're going to be seeing is going to be 31 minutes coming in on the far southeast side, Floresville. 24 minutes if you're coming in from the far northwest side in Bernie on this Wednesday morning. 26 minutes coming in from New Braunfels. Not too bad for our drivers on the northeast side of town. Let's go to the northeast side. This is going to be one of our biggest trouble spots. 35 northbound from O'Connor Road stretching up to Judson and Topperwine Roads. You see that traffic is slow going, about a 5 to 10 minute delay for our drivers out there. And something we had been covering over our 5 o'clock hour was an accident at McCullough and 410. That one has cleared out, so you are smooth to go if you need to head over to the airport or anywhere near North Star Mall. Let's check in with Alex right now. He is still covering that ongoing construction on the far north side. Alex, how's it going out there?
RJ, good morning and happy hump day. Yeah, by far the biggest trouble spot that I've seen this past hour was that construction area on 1604 West at Redland Road. You're actually forced to exit right there at Redland, but then you can re-enter the next street over. That'd be Gold Canyon. It took me about 5 minutes to get through that area. Again, that was last hour. I'm on my way up there again. I'm going to recheck to see if things have improved in that area, RJ.
Okay, thank you for that update. For our drivers on the north side, we'll check back in with Alex just a bit, guys.
6:02 now. We are following developing details this morning after a former Holy Cross High School coach was arrested and accused of secretly recording students and staff in his office.
Our Patty Santos live right now this morning outside of the Kerr County jail. Now, Patty, we know what people are saying online and comment sections and social media, but what are police and the schools saying about this case?
Hey there, good morning. The 34-year-old Armando Flores is waking up right here behind me in the Kerr County jail. Police say he used a hidden camera, motion-censored camera, disguised as an alarm clock to record people in his office. It was exactly a week ago when a student noticed that camera and told the female coach that he shared the office with about it. That female coach then investigated herself and found an SD card with an image of herself undressing. That is when she told the school's front office. Police then took that motion-activated camera, and they say Flores was fired after a credible report of misconduct. Flores told that coach 2 months ago that the clock was a camera but was not recording. Are there other people maybe students who have undressed in front of that camera? Well, police say they have a lot of video to go over, but they are urging parents this morning to talk to their students.
When a juvenile student reported that Flores had advised her to stop moving the camera that he had in his office. The juvenile was concerned after hearing this statement and advised one of the coaches who did share an office with him that there was a camera in their office.
Okay, and so families who believe that their child might have been caught in a compromising matter in that office are urged to call the SAPD Human Exploitation Unit at 210-207-2370. And as I said, police still have a lot of video that they need to go over, so there may be more charges filed. But Flores told reporters last night as he was walked into the police car that he's innocent and that the truth will come out. The school is cooperating with police, but Flores is no longer allowed on that campus. Coming up at 6:32, we're going to talk about how widely available these motion-censored hidden cameras are. Reporting live this morning, we'll send it back to you.
A week after a man was hit and killed crossing a West Side street, neighbors calling for the city on help. Now, 41-year-old Orlando Vega died here on South General McMullen near Weir Avenue. San Antonio police say that they were trying to cross the street when he was hit and killed. After we reported his death, neighbors told us that they had concerns with the lack of lighting, cars speeding, spread out crosswalks, and small sidewalks.
We could use some major infrastructure dollars. This section of General McMullen has been forgotten about for quite a long time.
Now, we asked the city if improvements were coming to the stretch of South General McMullen, and we're told that the nearest bond project will include some pedestrian amenities, but those will come a few blocks south near Port San Antonio. We're told the Public Works just completed a sidewalk repair on Weir Avenue. And this morning, we expect to hear closing arguments in the trial of a man accused of shooting and killing a man outside of a nightclub, and that happened in 2023. The suspect is Noah Patterson. Prosecutors say that Patterson shot 20-year-old Devin Jordan King after two groups were forced out of the now-closed Privat Club on UTSA Boulevard. Investigators say that a fight that started inside the club spilled out into the parking lot. Two other people were also injured in the shooting. Patterson is charged with murder and faces life in prison if he's convicted.
A former Uvalde CISD officer charged in connection to the Robb Elementary School shooting will be tried in Corpus Christi. Adrian Gonzalez faces 29 counts of endangering a child for his response to the 2022 Robb Elementary shooting that killed 19 children and 2 teachers. Gonzalez's attorney asked for the case to be moved out of Uvalde, arguing that his client could not receive a fair trial. The trial is scheduled to begin January 5th. Happening today in Kerr County, the county commissioners are hosting a town hall in Center Point. The agenda includes discussions on the future of Camp Mystic, a look at the flood mitigation or the flood risk mitigation, and they're also going to discuss rebuilding efforts and floodplain permitting requirements. If you're interested, the town hall meeting goes from 6 to 7:30 this evening at the Center Point Elementary School cafeteria. That's located at 200A Avenue B. Another meeting is scheduled for next Tuesday at the Hosanna Lutheran Church in Kerrville.
All right, now to your morning headlines. More than a week into the government shutdown, and President Donald Trump says he's planning to cut several government programs. He said he plans to have more details on job cuts expected in the next 4 to 5 days. President also threatening to withhold back pay for furloughed federal workers, a move that many lawmakers on Capitol Hill call illegal. Now, the shutdown continues as Democrats push for talks on expiring health care subsidies that could raise insurance costs for millions, while Republicans, like House Speaker Mike Johnson, who said in a press conference that they believe that they also want that health care to cover undocumented immigrants. They insist that negotiations will only happen after the government reopens. The impact is being felt in the air travel, with flights delays and cancellations increasing due to staff shortages among air traffic controllers. Places like Chicago, Nashville, Washington, D.C., and Indianapolis have had various disruptions so far. Fortunately, though, back here at home at San Antonio International Airport, according to their website, right now, there are no flight delays this morning. We asked our airport officials if they are experiencing any issues, and they said in part, quote, "We have not experienced any travel delays at SAT. San Antonio International Airport remains open and operating as usual amid the federal government shutdown." And this morning, we got hundreds of National Guard troops from Texas are now in Elwood, Illinois, not far from Chicago. The 200 Guard members were spotted carrying unloaded rifles and gas masks. President Donald Trump says that he deployed the troops to help protect federal workers and federal property in Chicago. The Guard members will receive crowd control and legal training ahead of any specific assignments. A troop deployment taking place over the objections of Chicago's mayor and Illinois governor.
Tomorrow, an inclusive job fair aimed at connecting job seekers with and without disabilities to local employers will happen from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Data Point Career Center. The fair will provide accessibility accommodations like sign language interpreters and assistive technology, along with career coaching and workforce resources. More than 30 employers will be on site for interviews, so make sure to bring your resumes and dress professionally.
It is 6:09, 75 degrees as we go outside with live cam, and what a beautiful weekend it's going to be. This is the real payoff here. Temperatures will dip into the mid-60s by Saturday and Sunday morning. That weekend forecast is straight ahead.
And if you've ever thought about applying for college or want to be a Texas Longhorn, next week is the week to do it. How you're going to get to apply to college for free, coming up on GMSA.
Think about others on the road too, not just about yourself, because what you do affects other people.
And they're not just students, they are changing the way we drive. This morning, meet the Johnson High School teenagers taking their fight against distracted driving all the way to the state capitol. How they're turning tragedy into action. Coming up.
The allegations became pretty clear that Mr. Sanchez was the aggressor.
And this morning, the prosecutor in the case against former NFL star Mark Sanchez speaking out what he says police found and why upgraded charges could still be coming. 6:13 right now. Welcome back. No secret that a 4-year college education can be very expensive, but applying to college can also add up too.
Yes and yes. Now, for the first time ever, a new law means that anyone will be able to apply to any public college in Texas for free. Our Devin Karp, a Trinity Tiger, is in the newsroom now with more on how it works and when it starts. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, y'all. You know, we've got a lot of proud alumni here in the newsroom. Whether you're trying to go to U of H like John Paul, you're trying to go to Texas Tech like one of our photojournalists, Azian, or producer in the back, Bree, shout out to you. You want to go to UT like our Rocky behind the desk, want to be an Aggie like Justin, or you want to be a Bobcat like RJ. Don't worry, I didn't forget you this time, man. You won't have to pay a dime to put your name in the hat if you're going anywhere public in Texas because it's free. College applications often have a lot of questions, essays, and requirements, but that price range can range anywhere from about $25 to $90. But now a new law in Texas means that starting on October 13th all the way up to October 19th at 11:59 p.m., those fees are going to be waived for anyone in Texas wanting to apply. Now, I went over to Cafe College, a nonprofit in San Antonio that helps anyone walking in work on their essays, scholarships, and college applications in their plans. They think this could be a game changer to help people who want to go to college start to see some of the affordable ways that it could be an option for them.
A lot of people don't know the application process, which is honestly just going onto a website like Apply Texas and getting started from there, putting in your personal information. A lot of it may feel like brand new to people, well, obviously who have never done it before, but also in general, just it's a scary thing if you don't know how to get something started.
Now, Cafe College says their doors are always open Tuesday to Saturday for anybody to come in with any questions, no appointment needed. Now, there is one thing about this, though. You're going to have to apply online through Apply Texas to get the waiver, and this is only for the public universities, not the private. But Cafe College says private universities typically have a lower application cost than public ones out there. We've got all the information for you up online, and if you are applying, we here at KSAT wish you the best of luck, guys.
All right, thank you very much for that, Devin. Good stuff as usual. This morning, we're introducing you to 3 Northeast ISD students who are the driving force literally behind some big changes to distracted driving. We've been telling you about the Johnson High School Smart Driving Club and their efforts to prevent cell phone use and other distractions behind the wheel. This club has been around for 13 years now and seen hundreds of students trying to make a difference on the roads. This current group even lobbied in the state capitol with lawmakers recently for safer laws to protect pedestrians from distracted drivers. I got the chance to meet up with these 3 young ladies right there. 2 of them were the co-presidents of the club, and they told me about their ongoing efforts.
It was really enlightening to see the issues in our school zones and cell phone usage while driving, so it really inspired me to join.
I wrote a few articles
to just spread the word about driving safe, And so now as presidents, we really just make sure to tell others, educate others.
Okay, that was Maggie and Kira. Now these students work for 5 years, get this, to get flashing school zone lights on Bulverde Road by Johnson High School. And this year they created that banner right there outside the Bear Bulverde Fire Department to raise awareness.
Think about others on the road too, not just about yourself, because what you do affects other people.
And that was Emma. She helped create that banner there. This school year, there are close to 70 students who are part of the club, and it is open to anyone who wants to take part. And again, thank you very much to those ladies. Let's come back out here to our maps and kind of give you an update on the situation out here. 1604, this is going to be all of our westbound traffic over by Bulverde Road. We are seeing about 10 to 15 minute delays and ongoing construction. You see westbound traffic. This is going to be affecting everything over by Redland Roads, headed over towards Gold Canyon. And if you are headed to 1604, 281, you are expected to see some delays out there. We do have reports of a stalled vehicle. This is going to be I-10, Days of Olive Road. Right now, our traffic is still moving along. I think this is actually going to be closer to UTSA Boulevard. So keep that in mind if you're headed out on the northwest side of town. And then one more trouble spot that we're seeing this morning, 90 eastbound going into 1604, our normal buildup of traffic over by West Montgomery. There's a shot there. Traffic slow going there, about 5-10 minute delays. Okay, let's go to Justin right now for a check of the forecast on this Wednesday morning.
There were some delays on the roads yesterday with a few rain showers that came through San Antonio. They were brief, but this is the site that some folks saw. This was sent in by R. Morales, and I believe this was over on Braun Road. Dark clouds for at least a little bit. There was some rain that came down in spots. We did not collect any officially at the airport, but good to see at least something on the radar. Here's your stat of the day. 28 out of the last 29 days, we've been at 90 or above. Honestly, for September and October, that's pretty impressive. We've had a very warm stretch here, and I wish I could tell you it's going to let up. It does not. We hit 92 today. There is a small chance for a shower, but the odds are less than yesterday, just 10%. So any afternoon plans you have, evening commute, I really don't think there will be much in the way of impacts. Dew points do fall off. It's still fairly humid today, but by Friday and especially Saturday, the air goes dry. What does that mean? Well, we'll get cool mornings. The afternoons will still be warm, but you'll love the mornings and you'll love the evenings with this low humidity. It'll feel very desert-like outside, and you'll see those morning lows dip into the mid-60s come Friday morning. Saturday morning, 64, which is the average, by the way, but we just haven't enjoyed that those kind of temperatures in a while, and 65 Sunday morning. So a good stretch here over the weekend where it'll be really nice to be outside, at least during the first half of the day. Priscilla is out in the Pacific. We got a Category 2 hurricane here. Winds are at 100 miles per hour. It's moving northwest at 8. This is significant because some of this moisture does get pulled up into the United States. We'll have a ridge over us, and that will funnel this Pacific moisture into Arizona and New Mexico. So there actually will be some heavy rain here, unusually for parts of Arizona and New Mexico. But by and large, we miss out on it because of this ridge. It kind of just moves everything up and around us. I wish it would bring us some rain, but it does not. It will all be west of us. But could see some flooding rains out there, especially around El Paso over to Phoenix. 91 Thursday, 90 on Friday, 90 on Saturday. So those are the afternoon highs, but again, it's the mornings that will make it feel so much better. And next week, more of the same. We're still searching far and wide for that first fall front. It's just not there yet. Okay, our Just Ask Justin question this morning has to do with no Just Ask Justin this morning. All right, never mind.
Okay. we got it. It's coming up later.
It's coming up later.
It's about a microwave. Yes. Okay, guys, here we go. 6:20 right now, 75 degrees outside.
All right, mail thieves have been hitting neighborhoods across San Antonio, but now some of those suspects are finally being stopped. So what changed? And how police say they are catching them.
And next, we got the prosecutor behind the case against former NFL quarterback Mark Sanchez. Is breaking silence. Now he's revealing about the violent parking lot confrontation last weekend and why investigators say the story may not end with just one charge.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the prosecutor in the case against former NFL star Mark Sanchez speaking out.
The allegations became pretty clear that Mr. Sanchez was the aggressor.
Police say Sanchez attacked a delivery driver before being stabbed multiple times. Investigators tell ABC News upgraded charges are still a possibility.
Nothing that you've seen so far would merit or even begin to explain the level of violence that took place.
No. I mean, these are simple interactions and at most a simple disagreement over whether someone was permitted to park in a specific location.
Sanchez already facing a felony battery charge among additional misdemeanors. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest on the case against Mark Sanchez. With your GMA First Look, I'm Matt Rivers, ABC News, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Right, here's a look at your pollen count. Yesterday's count, we'll get the new one in here in about an hour or so. Molds are at 210, ragweed is at 90. Let's take a look at your Just Ask Justin question this morning if you want to weigh in. We're asking you about microwaves, of all things, because it was invented on this day back in 1945. What food item melted in the inventor's pocket that led to the creation of the microwave? Was it a metal spoon, a chocolate bar, a sandwich, or a stick of gum? Go to ksat.com/poll or scan the QR code and weigh in.
Good question, Justin. All right, here we go. 6:25 right now, 75 degrees outside.
She observed an image of herself being unclothed.
A former Holy Cross High School coach accused of secretly recording students and staff in his office. What police are asking for this morning for anyone else who might be affected.
And a late night craving turns into chaos. What started as a mixed up order at a north side Waterburger ended with 7 people in handcuffs. What police say sparked the brawl. Coming up.
Do you believe you're innocent?
That's a former Holy Cross High School coach. He says he's not guilty of recording people with a hidden camera. What police say they found on GMSA.
This honey butter chicken biscuit and these boxing gloves are related this morning because we're talking about a brawl that broke out at a Northside Waterburger. I got the latest on this beef that went down at this famous burger joint.
It's not fair for someone to come in here and just take whatever they want. That's not theirs.
And mail theft has been a constant problem for many in our area. But this morning, how new arrests could be a turning point in the battle against thieves taking what's not theirs.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
6:30 on the button here, another half hour of GMSA.
Jam-packed show going your way. We got coverage all across the board with traffic and weather. And speaking of which, meteorologist Justin Horn, again, you've been talking about the rain that we got yesterday and hope for more today.
Wish we could get quite a bit more on the radar. I don't think it's going to be as busy as it was yesterday. Of course, we did get some spotty rain for some of us. Stray showers today, mainly south and west of San Antonio. Cool mornings. That's going to be a main takeaway as we get into the weekend. I think you'll love that forecast. Temperatures will dip into the 60s. And then Jerry has developed in the Atlantic. We'll take a look at what's going on in the tropics. Things getting a little busier there. If you're heading to the bus stop this morning, we're starting off at 75 here in San Antonio. Most places in the 70s. And we'll begin with partly cloudy skies. Again, as we said into the afternoon, there is that outside chance of a stray shower. I really don't think it'll affect any after-school activities, but do know, staying warm. We got 91 once school winds down a little bit later this afternoon. Okay, traffic-wise, seems like things are starting to pick up, RJ.
They certainly are, Justin. Thank you very much. At 6:31 right now, and let's give you a quick look at your inbound drive times. 27 minutes if you're coming in from Castroville right now. That's for all of our drivers coming through Montgomery over to 1604. Everything else across the city looks pretty good. 29 coming in from Seguin, 30 if you're coming in from New Braunfels on this Wednesday morning. But we do want to let you know about this new incident that's on the roads far northwest side of town. Reports of an accident right here at Braun Road. All of our traffic going 1604 north all the way stretching down to Culebra Road. We're looking at about a 15 mile per hour people going through this one particular stretch. Give yourself about 15 extra minutes there, and still dealing with ongoing construction right here. 1604 westbound traffic at Bulverde Road over by Gold Canyon and Redland. Give yourself about 15-20 extra minutes to make your way through there. Guys, back to you.
Okay, 6:32 now. We are following developing details this morning after a former Holy Cross High School coach was arrested and accused of secretly recording students and staff inside his office.
Patty Santos has been on this story. She's live right now outside of the Kerr County Jail this morning. Hey, Patty, this morning we got the school and police talking.
Yeah, good morning. The 34-year-old was magistrated around 2 this morning, and he's waking up inside the Kerr County Jail behind me. Armando Flores is charged with using a hidden camera disguised as a clock to record people changing inside his office. It was a student who first noticed the camera and alerted the coach, the female coach that shares an office with him. Here's what we know. Police say the 34-year-old told that female coach back in August that the clock was a camera, but not to worry because it was not on and did not have an SD card to record on. A student reported the camera after Flores told them to stop moving his camera.
There was an SD card placed into that camera and clock. She observed an image of herself being unclothed, and she did see that there was multiple other images of other people in there. After she saw that image of herself being unclothed, she immediately reported to the administration at her school.
And police say the motion-activated camera has a lot of video of students and people coming in and out. So far, they have only seen one person undressed, but they have, again, a lot of video to go over. Families who believe that their child might have been changing or doing something in that office are urged to contact the SAPD Human Exploitation Unit. The school tells us that coach is fired. And I did do an online search this morning to find out just how easily I can get one of these hidden cameras. I found a clock actually for about $50. So these are very accessible to people. It's always best to be on alert. Reporting live this morning, I'm Patty Santos. We'll send it back to you.
Patty, thank you. This story is getting a lot of attention and traction right now. A late night food order turned into a fight at a Northside Waterburger. San Antonio police say two groups started brawling around 3 a.m. on Sunday at the Waterburger off Blanco and Bitters after a mix-up over their orders. Officers say nobody was seriously hurt, but 7 people were arrested and they will now face assault charges. A San Antonio man who thought he had a colorful way to steal sports cars is now headed to prison. That's according to the Kendall County Criminal District Attorney's Office. Prosecutors say 36-year-old Jose Israel Barrera used a paintball gun to shoot security cameras before stealing 2 Corvettes from burning dealerships. Investigators say he even used an ATV to push the cars into a stolen trailer. Barrera was caught after a traffic stop, and he's now been sentenced to 4 years behind bars, plus more than $32,000 in restitution.
From east to west and north to south, there's hardly a neighborhood in our area that mail thieves haven't targeted. And we've been covering these crimes for months. Lately, though, we got a few mail theft suspects have been stopped in their tracks. And you've seen some of their faces before, like those of 37-year-old Cicely Beltran and 29-year-old Marcos Martinez Jr., featured on KSAT 12 last month. As we reported, then sheriff's deputies said that they stopped them on a hunch, and then they found a load of mail in their car stolen from a cluster box in the West Bexar County neighborhood. Now, neighbors told us at the time this kind of crime happens too often.
It's not fair for someone to come in here and just take whatever they want. That's not theirs.
If some people are still receiving their checks in their mail, I can understand where they're going to lose out.
Now, law enforcement is catching up by catching some of the suspected crooks. Last week, deputies arrested the father and son in one mail theft case, and then the man Julio Hernandez in another. And then San Antonio police say that they have proof that this man, Martin Sostaita, stole mail from a senior apartment complex on Fredericksburg Road. Now, I'm hoping that this next story is going to switch the game up a little bit, make you feel a little proud. Check it out. San Antonio's own Jenny B lending her chops to the national anthem. The Tejano singer took stage this weekend at the Panthers-Dolphins game, and now she's back. Our Stephania Jimenez spoke with her about that experience.
Did it feel like you were a little bit out of place because you are this Tejano singer and you're in the Carolinas, right?
Absolutely not. I felt right at home. I wasn't nervous, even when we got out, and I can just see it now, like all those people that were there, it felt right.
And Jenny B hopes her experience signifies something bigger and maybe a sign that Tejano music will get more mainstream attention.
Okay, the time is now to make sure that you know what you're voting for come Election Day next month, and funding for a new Spurs arena is on the ballot.
And I'm Myra Arthur getting you answers, and a new KSAT explains.
Why can't the Spurs pay for an entire new arena all on their own? What if it doesn't happen and the city doesn't get the money it's expecting from that?
People remember a great plan that was supposed to happen with the AT&T Center, and it didn't.
If this does not pass, if the Spurs don't get a new arena downtown, do they leave San Antonio?
She's asking the hard questions for you. On the news at 6, KSAT explains Spurs arena funding. Myra Arthur breaking it all down. Not only what's on the ballot, but also what the Spurs and the city of San Antonio could pay and what that means for you and your tax dollars.
All right, in other headlines this morning, former FBI Director James Comey is scheduled to be arraigned today at a federal courthouse near Washington, D.C. Last month, he was indicted on charges of lying to Congress and obstructing congressional proceedings. Those are allegations he denies. His indictment followed President Trump's calls for the Justice Department to investigate his political opponents, including Senator Adam Schiff and New York Attorney General Letitia James. Dolly Parton's sister is asking fans to pray for the singer amid health concerns. On Tuesday, Frida Parton posted on Facebook that she was up all night praying for her sister. She mentioned that Dolly has not been feeling her best lately. The country legend has not shared details about her health, but ABC News says she is still working. The message comes about a week after Dolly postponed her Las Vegas residency due to health issues. Well, we hope you'll join us this Saturday, the 11th, at the Rocket La Cantera for Light the Night. Hundreds of lanterns will illuminate the sky to celebrate, honor, and remember people impacted by blood cancers.
Daniela Ibarra emceeing the event. And you already know we got all the information that you need to know about it at ksatcommunity.com.
Outside with ICAM, 639, 75 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Sunrise this morning at 7:31, sunset at 7:11. We'll have 11 hours and 39 minutes of daylight. What does that weekend look like? Another look at that forecast is coming up.
And let's give you a quick check of the roads, especially for all of our drivers on the northeast side of town. We are seeing some traffic slow down coming from Selma right now. Evans Road, we will continue to follow the very latest for everyone making their way out on the northeast side this morning.
Plus, if you're trying to apply for college, next week is the time to do it. I'm going to tell you why it's free and how it's expected to help students across Texas.
Block parties with a purpose. From the east side to the west, dozens of neighborhoods turned up the music and fired up the grills, all to strengthen that trust between San Antonio police and the public. How National Night Out bringing communities and officers closer, one cookout at a time.
This is it. This demolition site could be the future home of a new downtown Spurs arena. So what questions do you have about this huge project? Scan that QR code to let us know. Coming up on Wednesday, I'm taking your questions to Spurs ownership to get you answers.
All right, 6:43 right now. No secret that a four-year college education can be expensive, but applying to college can also add up quickly, too.
Yeah, now for the first time ever, a new law means that anybody who will be able to apply to any public college in Texas can do so for free. Our Devin Karp is in the newsroom to explain how it works and when it starts, Devin.
Hey, good morning, guys. You know, we got a lot of proud alumni here, whether you're trying to go to University of Houston, like our reporter John Paul, you're trying to go to Texas Tech, like photojournalist Azian, or our producer back there, Bree, in the booth. You want to go to be an Aggie like Justin, or a Longhorn like Rocky. Plus, if you want to go to UNT right here, you won't have to pay a dime to put your name in the hat. If it's anywhere public in Texas, it's going to be free. So college applications usually have a lot of questions, essays, and requirements, but they've got costs that can range anywhere from about $25 to $90. But now a new Texas law means that starting on October 13th all the way up to the 19th at 11:59 p.m., those fees are going to be waived for anyone wanting to apply. So I went over to Cafe College. It's a nonprofit here in San Antonio that helps anyone work on their essays, scholarships, applications, and college plans in general. And they say they think this could be a game changer to help people out who want to go to college and start to see that there are some affordable ways that it could be an option for them.
So public universities in Texas, you're able to apply to those for free. It has to be an undergrad program too. Private universities, those are not free. However, those prices aren't really that high compared to some of the public.
Now, Cafe College says their doors are always open Tuesday to Saturday for anyone to come in with any questions, no appointment needed. Now, you'll have to go through the Apply Texas website to get this waiver online, and this is only for public universities, not private. But Cafe College tells me private universities typically have a much lower cost when it comes to applications. Now, if you are applying to a college out there, we here at KSAT wish you the best of luck. RJ, how you feeling about Texas State?
Well, thank you very much for giving us the Texas State shout out. Yes, we have several Texas State alums here at KSAT 12, so thank you very much for that, Devin. Good stuff. Let's get you updated on the roads right now, and this is going to be a major traffic trouble spot for us this Wednesday morning. We are seeing a major backup, basically Braun Road all the way down to parts of Culebra now. You see the flashing lights there. Reports of an accident, 1604 northbound right there at Braun. So this will be affecting your morning commute. Give yourself about 20 extra minutes to kind of navigate through 1604, parts of Shanefield Road as well, Braun as well. 1604 right here, Bulverde Road. Still seeing major delays for our drivers on the north side of town. Traffic starting to back up past Bulverde, and give yourself about 15, 20 extra minutes there. And then 37 on the southeast side, accident there at Fair Avenue. Let's go to Justin right now for a check of things in the weather department. Justin.
That's okay. No worries. It's a little tease. We'll get to him in a minute. But we're talking about unity right now. San Antonio Police Chief William McManus says more than 400 neighborhood groups signed up to hold events aimed at promoting stronger relationships with law enforcement. So that's the idea behind National Night Out. Now, we visited a West Side neighborhood to see how they celebrated, and it looks like they had a pretty good time. People enjoyed music and food, and they got to hang out with their local police officers.
I love it. You know, they have the resources here, different resources, letting people know what's out there, the help that's out there, and it's free. And you get to enjoy it with your kids, so it's fun. I mean, I love the idea of it.
And that was actually the point, having a fun, relaxed setting so that people can meet the officers in their community with the goal of helping them to fight crime.
All right, music lovers, I want you to listen up real quick because you have just a few more days to buy tickets to a country music concert to benefit our friends in Hunt. Now, Hope for Hunt concert organizers struggling with the ticket sales. Concert will be held at the Pier Country Barbecue and Grill in Bernie, October the 18th from 3 to 10 p.m. Now, general entry tickets are $80 and kids under 12 are free. Headliners will be Thompson Square Jr., Arraignment Band, and more. 100 tickets have been sold, but you can read more about the proceeds and what they would do to benefit Hunt at KSAT.com. Now let's get to Justin.
There we go. All right. Forecast for today. We're going to see temperatures in the 70s to start, 73 at 8 o'clock. As you plan out your day, you know that we'll jump into the 80s by midday, 86 at noontime. There is a 10% chance of rain today, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. If we see anything, it'll be very brief. The better chances are going to be south of San Antonio, but I do need to mention that we have it in the forecast for a few hours. We do make our way up to 92, and it will be warm this afternoon. There's no two ways around that. Let me show you the futurecast. And look, these models do want to throw in a couple showers here by 2 o'clock, even around San Antonio with, again, the better chances being west and southwest of San Antonio. I would say rain chances here at 10%. Out near Uvalde, Eagle Pass, Katua, it may jump up to around 20% or so. And then after today, rain chances go away. We head into a pretty dry pattern. Hey, we got a new tropical storm out in the Atlantic, and this just came in. This is the brand new update. Actually came in a little early here, about 10 minutes early, but winds are at 50 miles per hour, so that is unchanged. It's moving west-northwest at about 23. This is Jerry right here, by the way. With this system, it is expected to make that turn back out over the open Atlantic, as almost all of the storms this year have done. It may briefly slide by Bermuda, but only as a Category 1 hurricane. So this is a non-factor for the forecast here in the United States. But what will be a factor is the heat going forward. We're still looking for that first big fall front. I can't find it. I mean, I think that by the end of October, there are some hints that some cooler air will be funneling down towards Texas. But in the meantime, through at least mid-October, or at least October 18th, there is a very high likelihood that we will see above average temperatures, not only here, but all the way up to the Great Lakes. This is a pretty unusual pattern. And not only that, it looks as though it will be rather dry too. Not great, because this drought situation is intensifying rather quickly. We had some rains over the summer, but that surplus that we built up is quickly being erased. 91 coming up tomorrow, 90 Friday. Over the weekend, notice the highs are in the low 90s, yes, but it's the morning lows you're going to want to pay attention to. 64 Saturday morning, 65 Sunday morning. It will be oh so nice for whatever plans you have early in the day. Our Just Ask Justin question this morning is about microwaves of all things, because this is the anniversary of the invention of the microwave, more or less. So what food item melted in the inventor's pocket that led to the creation of the microwave? Was it a metal spoon? Which we got some votes for. Don't do that, by the way. A chocolate bar, a sandwich, or a stick of gum. What do you guys think?
Chocolate bar all day, every day.
Yeah, no idea, so I'll go with the people.
It's kind of a dead giveaway, isn't it? Yes, it was a chocolate bar. As with most brilliant inventions, It was by accident. So on October 8th, 1945, the patent for the first microwave was filed by Raytheon. Percy Spencer invented the appliance when he was experimenting with a magnetron, and a payday candy bar melted in his pocket. And he said, wait a second, I've got an idea.
So I thought at first it was like it was in his pocket, and like the heat, sometimes just over time it just kind of.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's a reaction.
But no, it zapped it.
He was wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool beans, Justin. Thank you so much.
Goodness. You got it.
6:51 right now, 75 degrees outside.
Okay. Well, October is National Pedestrian Safety Month, happening soon when elementary schools highlighting safety on the way to school. Plus, on GMSA Plus, what they're doing and why they're getting ready for it as we speak.
Welcome back. It is partly cloudy right now. Temperatures are in the mid-70s. We'll make our way to 86 by noontime. 90 at 2 o'clock. 92 for a high today. There is a 10% chance of rain, so a very small chance. San Antonio with a little better shot further south. As far as the extended forecast, we'll go 91 tomorrow, partly cloudy. Low 90s Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Lots of sun, though, over the weekend. And those morning lows are the real payoff. 64 Saturday morning, 65 Sunday morning. It will be gorgeous in the mornings and evenings. We'll pick up a few more clouds as we head into next week. RJ.
All right, thank you very much, Justin. 6:55 right now. We do have some major delays for our drivers on the northwest side of town, specifically Braun Road, past New Gilbo, all the way past Shanefield Road. You see that we do have an accident still being reported there by our TransGuide officials. We'll get you updated on some of those delays, looking about 15-20 minutes there, about 20 to 25 minutes getting through 1604 past Bulverde Road. This is due to ongoing construction that was there overnight. So we will continue to get you updated on this situation. Basically right now, Bulverde, Redland, Gold Canyon going to be affected for all of our drivers on the north side. And keep in mind, this is ongoing construction that will be in place later tonight, extending through tomorrow morning. Guys, back to you.
All right, definitely going to be updating you throughout GMSA Plus about that traffic conditions, but also we're talking about the government shutdown that's continuing and how it is definitely hitting some of our federal workers.
Yeah, more on what lawmakers are saying about if they should get paid. The Constitution says they have to, but a lot of people are wondering if they should. So we'll break all of that down coming up in the next hour on GMSA Plus.
Stick around.